In today's cover story, Channel 7's Suzanne Saunders explains another part of the real estate market, the old-fashioned American auction. That sounds interesting.
Sure. What you're about to see is a first, a super auction. It's not a builder's auction. It's not a foreclosure auction. What it is the first time a wide variety of new and used homes from all over the Bay Area were put on the auction block together. Since most of them sold for 10 to 15% below market price, this could be the beginning of something really big.
Look at me, 125. And 125 right there. Saying 125 and now 30. I'm at 125 and looking for 30. And 129.
This was called a super auction, one of the biggest the Bay Area's ever seen. $9 million of property on the block, and would-be buyers packed the ballroom of the Sunnyvale Hilton November 7th.
What's your bidder's number, sir? 109. Number 109.
Some came to buy their first home, others were hoping to move up. A few were speculating, but all showed up for the same basic reason.
196.5, thank you, not 197.
Well, you got a better chance here, I think, of getting a bargain.
196.5 once.
First time at an auction, and I'd like to see what's happening and get a bargain, maybe.
196.5 twice.
I don't think we could afford to buy it on the regular market right now. The prices are way too high.
Sell it to the man right back there. 196.5. Congratulations, sir.
There was no minimum bid in this auction, but also no guarantee that the seller would accept the highest bid if it wasn't high enough. 4 San Jose condos sold from $72,000 to $81,000, 15% under the market price.
Sold right here, 114,000. Congratulations.
And when it's your bid that turns out to be the winning bid, the first thing you do is worry. Did you get a deal or pay too much? The solution is to set a limit and stick to it. Sometimes properties go for as low as 60 to 65% of market price. All in all, buyers seemed happy with their deals, even if it meant more hard work ahead.
It's a little bit more, but it's a little bit more overtime.
This San Jose couple bought their home at an auction, one of 13 homes in Quimby Park that had been on sale for 7 months till the builder was forced to unload.
We had set a limit prior to the auction, and once they reached our limit or got near it, you know, my wife was screaming and my mother-in-law was screaming, and then I just, out of nowhere, I just made one bid.
They paid $127,000 and feel confident that's $10,000 less than what some of their neighbors paid before the auction. For the past several years, there's been a trend of more homes coming on the market than are actually sold. And that's what makes for the so-called buyer's market, when supply outpaces demand and sellers have to compete against each other just to get you to look at one of their models. And what could be more competitive than letting buyers determine the price?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, auction sequence number 7. The address is 1507 Hamilton Avenue.
This San Jose home was valued at $175,000. Bidding went back and forth till it looked like the man with the white jacket had all but sewn it up.
I'm at 146, you want to 146, got 146.5 and now 147.
Then out of nowhere, the winning bid, $147,000, by the brown-suited investor who plans to rent it out.
Sold right here to the gentleman for 147. Your number, sir? 404, and he only had to bid once.
By the way, all the bids in that first super auction were accepted, and there's been such a demand ever since that the American Auction Associates of San Jose will start holding one auction every month starting in March. Go ahead.
How much were those houses? You probably both
the
wondering
range
the same
is
thing.
amazing. The range goes from about $70,000 to $500,000. So you can imagine the spread from a small condo to a mansion.
And you find out where?
They put out a pamphlet, a super auction pamphlet, and in there you can see pictures of most of the homes. The others, you just have to get the address and go and look at it. And I would tell anybody the first rule of an auction is to investigate before you ever consider investing.
Oh, sure. And then the other good one was to find a price and stick to it.
Part of the crash.